everybody out there in the bookverse, it's Stephanie, and today I am bringing you a video to help you prepare for Becca's Bookoplathon. So if you don't know what this is a 48-hour readathon hosted by Becca over at Becca and the Books. I will link her announcement video for this readathon down below, but this is going to be taking place UK time on March 20th and 21st, and it's going to be a really fun all live readathon with many different hosts who are hosting live sprints, and there are going to be roll drops to give you prompts for what books to read. Overall, there are going to be 8 prompts, so you could read 8 books. You could use one book to fulfill like different prompts, or you can like pick one of the prompts to fulfill. It's totally up to you how you want to do this, but here are my tips for having a successful and enjoyable Becca's Bookoplathon. So step number 1, of course, is to prepare your comfort items. So number 1, you want a really nice and cozy blanket. This is going to be good for snuggling up in with your book, whether it be a lovely romance or you have something scary that you need to have your blanket to protect you, or you really just like it because it's cozy and it's soft. So this is probably my favorite blanket that I own. I don't use it all that often because it's kind of this creamish color and I'm worried it's going to get stained, but I'm very excited to use it for Becca's Bookoplathon because I just feel like once I snuggle up into it, I don't want to move, and that's the attitude I'm going to have throughout Becca's Bookoplathon, is I'm just going to sit there and read the entire time. So this is going to be my friend. Also, very important to have comfort clothing items. I really love comfortable clothes, so this is an absolute must for me. I have to be all comfortable and cozy so I can read all day. First, of course, I have my cozy sweater. Mine is my Mordor Fun Run sweater. I love this. It's so comfortable. It's like oversized and big, and this is going to be what I'm going to be wearing at least one of the days. There are 2. I might change clothes. I might not. No promises. I also have my favorite sweats. They are not too thick so that I can also still snuggle up under my cozy blanket and not roast my legs to death. And of course, I have some cozy fuzzy socks, you know, so my feet are also nice and comfortable. I love reading big, thick fantasy books, so I needed to prepare myself for this readathon and get some books that were nice and short that I could fit in 48 hours. Okay, so it's also probably going to be nice and beneficial to have picked out a few short books that you can fit in, because you will get 2 prompts every 12 hours. So you'll have 12 hours to read 2 books if you are planning on trying to complete all 8 prompts. So I have prepared myself with several short books that I can add in there to help offset some of the longer books I am hoping to fit in. So I'm going to have books that are already on my TBR for the month that I might have already started that I'm continuing with, or that are a little bit shorter that I'll be able to fit into this readathon. But I also got myself some shorter books that I can throw in as well to help me to get through stuff. So for me personally, I have some graphic novels. One of them is Monstrous Volume 1. I have volumes 5 and 6 of the Descender series, which I have already read the first 4, so these 2 are probably gonna find their way onto this, at least one of them. And then I also decided to pick up Sandman. This is by Neil Gaiman. It's a very popular graphic novel series, so I thought I'd give it a go. This is just book number 1, volume number 1. And I also have a couple shorter novels. One of them is a novella, one of them I think is a novel, but I have The Empress of Salt and Sorrow. This is nice and short, easy to fit in. And I also have Into the Labyrinth. This is a novel, but it's very short. It's just over 200 pages. So definitely looking forward to maybe fitting in some shorter books to boost my confidence. It always helps to boost your confidence with some shorter books and to make yourself feel good about yourself, like you're getting through some of those prompts. So recommend having some shorter books on hand to be ready for that. Also, fun fact, if you have Amazon Prime, there are some graphic novels that you can read for free with just having Prime, and you can read them on your Kindle. So check into that as well. I think Skyward is the only one I've used it for so far, but that's also a nice resource.
I have a lot of bookmarks. A lot of them have come from book boxes and some of them have been given to me. And I love just having a different bookmark for each of the books for the readathon. I wanted to go through all my bookmarks and pick out some really fun ones just to give this a little extra flair.
I love bookmarks, so I wanted to have 8 bookmarks on hand that I could use for the 8 different books. The ones I chose to use are, this came in a recent book box and I just think it is stunning. It's inspired, I think, by Madeline Miller books, if I remember correctly. I also have this one. It came in a book box a really long time ago, but I just think it's beautiful. Then, of course, I have my Mistborn bookmark, which is absolutely stunning. This is metal and, oh, it's gorgeous. My lovely Game of Thrones inspired woodmark with the direwolf. I have this nice, dark, creepy woods metal bookmark, which I think is gorgeous, but I don't really remember what it's inspired by. It's one of Naomi Novik's books. I have my Feyre and Rhysand in more modern clothing bookmark, which I think is just kind of cute. And my gorgeous One of the Gods, I don't know which metal bookmark as well, which is, again, stunning. Sorry, the helicopters fly over my house on their way to the hospital quite frequently, so that's what we're hearing if you can hear that noise. Yep, right over. Even changed the lighting. And then I have a bookmark that my niece made for me, and I will definitely be using this. I just think it's so cute. She even laminated it. So I have my 8 bookmark options, and I think it's just really fun to switch out bookmarks in between books. It just makes it, give it a little special feel to it.
I really needed to make sure that I had some good coffee on hand for this, and of course my favorite creamer, and I have to have a nice cute mug that will make me very excited to jump in early in the morning and start reading.
Now, it's also important, if you utilize this particular substance, to have your caffeine ready. So I have my awesome Bones coffee that I have been absolutely loving. It is so good and delicious, and I have my creamer because I'm pretty basic. I don't like the black coffee. I like mine to be sweet because I have sweet coffee here and sweet creamer. So definitely make sure you have your caffeinated beverages on hand so that you are able to stay up an adequate amount of time to read the 8 books we are going to need to read in these 48 hours.
Another important step is to make sure your headphones are charged and also your camera or anything else you're going to be needing throughout the readathon. Bullet journaling is something I haven't never really been that into, but I feel like for this readathon, it's really important to just have all of the things set out and in one place so I can see what I'm going to be doing throughout the readathon. I am not artistic. I'm not really great at bullet journaling, but I had a lot of fun preparing some spreads for this readathon, and I'm going to be having a lot of fun checking things off my list as I go.
This is a really beneficial step to be able to have a bullet journal spread or something along those lines to keep track of everything for Bookoplathon. Now, I made some stuff. I am so not artistic whatsoever, so bear with me on this, but I will show you the spreads that I have made to prepare so that I am very much on track with everything that's happening and I know where to go for which lives and everything like that. Here is my first page. I have the dates up here. So For where I live, it is 6 p.m. on the 19th to 6 p.m. on the 21st. Then I have the times of all the lives along here, and I colored in the ones that will coincide with the new roll drops, so I can keep track of those as well. And I have which channels these lives are all going to be on, so I can go find them very easily if I kind of like miss the go live announcement thing for it. That kind of pops up, you know, if I don't get a notification. Then on my next one, I have my rolls page. So for the rolls, I have roll number 1 and roll number 2 for each of the times. And then I will put what the prompt was. So the first one was dark cover. And then down here, I will write which book I chose and then check it off when I'm finished. And then here, obviously, our roll number 2 was fantasy, so I can write my book I choose there. And then I can go along that way for all of the rolls. And down here, I have a little bookshelf where, if I so desire, I can write the names of the books I chose into these 8 books. And my last one is kind of just for fun, just kind of like keep things interesting for me. But I made my own little Bookopoly board along here, and so I will start, obviously here's the start point. I don't know if you can really tell from this angle because it's kind of weird, but I will be able to color in these spots as I go along. So when I'm a quarter of the way through, half the way through, 3/4 of the way through, and then I finish my first book. So these 4 will be colored in for my first book, my second book, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. So I will have the whole board colored in by the time I have finished and completed Becca's Bookopoly. So I just think this is a really nice way to keep track of all your stuff and also make it kind of fun and exciting as you go along by coloring in the spaces as I'm completing books for Becca's Bookopoly. So this is a tip I think would be really great to keep track of everything, because this is a kind of involved 48-hour readathon, and if you're more on top of things, I think it'll be more enjoyable, personally. Personal preference.
Probably the most important step, in my opinion, just because I absolutely love food, is getting all the snacks that you're going to be needing for the readathon. So I like to have my snacks ready ahead of time so that during the readathon I have a lot of stuff that I can munch on, so that I can just concentrate on reading and I don't have to go out and buy anything. When I am getting snacks, I like to kind of throw in some healthy along with my junk food snacks. My healthy go-to usually tends to be fruit, which I like to get some mixed fruit, and I am even considering maybe making some chocolate banana bread this weekend. We'll see how that goes. You'll see in my vlog if I decide to do that or not. I have this amazing dip that I love to get. It is this creamy jalapeno dip, and it is so delicious. Don't worry, I already have chips at home waiting for it. And of course, gotta throw in some chocolate and have a little bit of variety in here of options. And of course, you can't go wrong with throwing in some Ben & Jerry's ice cream. But I also want to get just snacky, munchy foods. I think with the snacks that I got, I'm going to be very well prepared for this readathon.
Tips for preparing yourself for Becca's Bookoplathon. I am so excited for this readathon. I don't know if you can tell by the fact that I made a whole video about my prep for this, but I just think this is going to be so much fun. I'm going to really enjoy it, and I am going to go full out for this readathon. I am planning to vlog my whole time doing it. So the next video you see on my channel is probably actually going to be my Bookoplathon vlog. So keep your eyes out for that, and definitely subscribe to be notified when that goes up. But as always, If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more from me, hit the subscribe button. I'll see you guys in my next video, and I'm hoping to chat with some of you guys maybe on Twitter and Instagram as Bookoplathon goes along. Let me know down in the comments your plans for Bookoplathon, if you're going to be participating, and if you yourself like to prep yourself for these readathons. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.